Okay. All right.
She is beauty. She is grace. She is Dre.
She is Dre. And she also wears pink on Wednesdays.
Fuck. Didn't wear any pink.
Starts to pat herself down like, oh God, oh God.
I didn't wear any pink. Okay, I have red. That's like a darker shade of pink. I mean, my lips are red. I mean,
I'm going to let it
pat. Pink in my glitter. There's pink in my glitter.
We both have pink eyeshadow today.
We're
yes.
Good. We're good. Please don't kick me out and bread or carbs.
Yeah, I know. It's like, please don't kick me out of the Mean Girls Club.
Please no.
Oh God, it's all I live for. I'm Graduate Wiener. No, sorry. Sorry if you're not watching YouTube, but yes, I'm wearing obnoxious pink eyeshadow, and Kat is wearing tasteful pink eyeshadow. Just because I felt like it, because we're actually recording on a Wednesday instead of a Monday. That's going to be our new thing for a while. So
yes, because I ruined it.
It's okay.
It's okay though. Gosh, no. I decided to be an actual human being and go out and do something instead of recluse into my bedroom every time I come home. So yeah, this is different. Being social, interactive, doing things, going out, exercising.
I'm so goddamn proud of you, man. So goddamn proud of you. I don't know what we're going to do if my Women Who Drink Wine on Wednesdays group ever starts back up, because we're going to probably be doing this podcast when I'm like half drunk. So that's fun.
I love it. You're always really funny when you're half drunk.
Anyway, I know. So. Oh, goodness. And with that,
we go into the intro.
Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hello. If I hadn't said it before, welcome to the Brew Queens podcast. And top of the podcast, if you like us, this is my only call to action today. Consider subscribing on like iTunes and your podcast apps. So like Spotify, Breaker, all those fun little doodads. If you're already listening to us on those apps anyway, maybe just subscribe, because that helps us in the search rankings when you search our name. So, and then maybe one day we'll get a tiny bit bigger. So, just a consideration.
Just a skosh.
Just a skosh. We're not asking to blow up. We're just asking to like be lightly blown up. That makes no sense.
Just lightly blow me up. Don't fully blow me up.
Don't put a stick of dynamite under my ass. I'm not going to appreciate it. Also, one more thing, and then this is going to be Kat's show. So if you listen to two pod episodes ago, I was saying that I was trying to make a bechamel or bechamel, I don't know, however the fuck you pronounce it, as a cheese sauce base. And then Kat's sister kindly reminded me that that's actually called a roux, not a bechamel. It is a bechamel once you add the cheese. So I just want everyone to know that is now corrected. And this is why you can tell I've never gone to culinary school, and I never will. I will continue to make barely edible food, and I will never make a roux or a bay or bechamel ever again. Okay. Well, thank you for coming to my kitchen talk. All right. Okay.
It's okay, because I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about.
I know.
A gravy? Is it a gravy?
When you said gravy, I like actually legitimately chuckled inside, because I was like, how does this sound like I'm making gravy? But actually it does kind of sound like I was making a gravy with like the flour and the milk. So
don't judge me.
I'm not judging. Do you see a gavel? No. Bitch.
Yes. So I have something important to talk about.
Yes.
I have discovered. So I don't like to eat a lot of sweets. I will occasionally dip into the sweet nectar of the sweets. I don't bake very often either. And I've never actually burnt a cake or ruined a cake. But, you know, I tried making a cake for Mother's Day. Let's start this off.
Good.
It was a Black Forest vegan cake.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. You were wanting to make a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue. Continue.
So, you know, I was like, Pinterest. I'm scrolling through Pinterest because that's what I do when I have nothing else to do. So I'm scrolling through Pinterest. I see it, and like every person who ever scrolls through Pinterest, they're like, "Yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it my bitch. It's gonna look just like the photo."
Every time we lie to ourselves. Every time.
We do. And you know what? I fell for it. I was like, damn, that looks easy. I can do that. So you know what? I hit up my sister. I hit up Allison, and I said, hey, I need your kitchen because mine's packed. I want to make
your kitchen.
I need your kitchen. Mine is packed. I want to make mom because our mom likes cherries, like cherry cake, and we don't get that ever. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna make mom a cake for Mother's Day. Sounded great, like a good idea. I have made a vegan cake before, and it was fine. Turned out great. Same ingredients. I don't know what the fuck happened this time. Literally, when I started making the cake, the batter was fine. It was great. Everything's good. Put it in the oven. Great. I was making the whipped cream. Homemade whipped cream.
That's hard, man. That's hard.
Yes. And it's vegan homemade whipped cream. So the shit's going to be weird.
Oh, okay. Okay, go on.
So it's like soy milk, but I used oat milk. So oat milk, melted coconut oil, and like
you use
vanilla extract. Okay. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I'm you know what? I'm whipping it. I was like, okay. First off, I didn't read further down. I was like, why isn't this, whipping? And then I realized it has to sit in the fridge. Well, the freezer for like an hour. I sat in the freezer thinking everything was going to be handy dandy. And when about an hour rolls around, I pull out that whipped cream and it is hard as a rock.
Oh, no.
I was like, okay, well, it was in the freezer. No.
Yeah.
I try to let it thaw out. And fun fact, if you ever use coconut oil, it is a solid at room temperature as well.
Oh, that's true.
So.
Oh, God, when it thawed, it must have been so.
I tried whipping it. It turned chunky. I tossed it. I tossed that one. I tried it again.
Okay.
And so Allison took over. Allison, you're the real MVP. Girl, I love you. But she whipped that sucker with her own arm. And look, it was beautiful. It looked great. It looked like whipped cream.
Allison, the MVP of this story. Go off, sis. Yes, my sweet little tart jam. Yes.
So she saved the whipped cream.
Okay.
I didn't like the whipped cream though. I don't like coconut. I tasted it. That thing tasted funky. Okay. That's all we're gonna say. Homemade whipped cream that tastes like coconut is not good. I'd rather just blow my cheeks out and eat the regular stuff. So
I'm also gonna say you probably putting oat milk instead of soy milk probably wasn't the move. I am no baker, but oat milk does have a taste to it. Soy milk is a little bit more neutral.
Well, I love oat milk.
Yeah, so I do too.
That was fine.
Yeah,
but it was overwhelmingly coconut, and I don't like coconut. I really don't. I was hoping that it would be kind of subtle.
No, girl, coconut is not subtle.
She never comes in subtle. She comes in full blown, and she makes everybody know she's there.
Correct.
So I stick the whipped cream in the fridge. I was like, all right, it's good. It's looking good. I'm going to pull that tomorrow and it's going to be great.
Okay.
Next comes out the batter.
Okay. Bring it on out. Batter up.
Okay. Allison took that out. She set it out. I went home. So this is all transcribed when I was home. I came back. All the cakes are laid out on the rack.
Good.
I checked the cakes out. I have never ever touched a cake that was like a hockey puck before.
Katie.
And I don't even understand. I don't even understand. But you could tell which one were the ones that I filled and the one Allison filled.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to tell you something.
Okay, tell me.
I get impatient.
That's not great.
It said to butter, like grease, and then line with that wax paper.
Parchment paper.
So I did that. Here comes Allison. So I'm in there and I just cut it and I just like push it down and whatever.
Yeah.
Here comes Allison doing geometry, figuring out the hypotenuse of this pan, cutting it, warping it. This girl made a perfect circle for the bottom of this pan and
she could have just cut one side and then had it overlap.
It looked beautiful.
Go off, girl.
It literally looked beautiful. And then I look over there and I see mine and I'm just ashamed. Mine looks so ghetto, like so bad, so trashy. And then here she is. She's like, this is good. This will do. And I'm here like, mine's gonna look like a lumpy butt. That's all I have to say. Mine's gonna look like a lumpy butt. And you know what? When it came out of the pan, we all knew which one was mine because mine had lumps when there should be no lumps.
Listen, you were giving her thick buns, you're giving her cellulite, you're giving her the average American thigh, okay? You're just, that makes zero sense, but please move on.
But I was like, so I went over there. I'm like, why is this so hard? Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Like, I cooked it for the correct time.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have been an issue. The centers were soft, though. So I cut the edges off.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because it was, like, hard, like 2 inches. And then soft in the inside. So I cut it off. Let me just tell you this.
Tell me.
Assembling cakes is very difficult when you're working with ingredients that melt at room temperature.
Yes. That makes sense.
So I had a feeling the whipped cream was not going to work out. So I went to the store and I bought whipped cream.
Yes, girl.
I bought the ready whip because they didn't have the good stuff. And like the good, like homemade whipped cream is that thick, like 6C thick that will maintain its integrity when you're building and you're shaping the voluptuous cake.
Cool Whip.
So I went Cool Whip. Yes. I went Cool Whip. I went very generic, very soft to the touch, nice on the palate. Very good.
It was great. Cool Whip.
So I pull out the whipped cream from the refrigerator just to see what, how it is. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I expected anything different because that girl was harder than a rock.
Oh no.
So Allison's hard work went to waste. All that whipping she did with her hand went to waste as that was some hard whipped cream. It's okay. I bought some. I had a feeling that I was going to fuck up somehow. And I did. The whipped cream was a no-no. So I had cherries soaking in brandy overnight in the fridge. Took that out. I had all the cakes cut. I put the first cake down. I put some cherries down. And I dolloped the daisy of that whipped cream all around, and that shit started to melt real fast. It was a soupy mess. It was soupy.
Where your cakes were completely cool, right?
Oh yes, because they stayed out
overnight
for a couple. Not overnight.
Oh,
they might have stayed out overnight. I don't know. I think because
Kylie
and Allison took it out. So
got it.
Anyways,
okay.
Well, Allison, because Kylie was a spectator, she does not participate in the baking and cooking.
Word.
So Allison took it out. So I dollop. It looks so bad. So bad. Like I don't even know how bad I fucked this up, but I was like throwing shit on there and then I stuck the next part on there and it looked like a moon pie. Like it was seeping from the sides. So I was like, fuck. So I'm like, hurry, like putting the more cherries on and the whipped cream. And it's a 3-layered cake, by the way.
Yeah.
I did 3 layers. So I had 3 soppy, mushy, like at least the cake wasn't dry. I'm just
That's so true. No one can accuse you of having a dry cake.
Yes.
Bless up.
Yes. So after I did the 3 layers and I dolloped some stuff on top, I stuck it in the freezer because it was melting so bad.
Yes,
it was losing its integrity. Like it was like from Sleeping Beauty, the cake they had that she had to use a broomstick to keep it up. Like it was the Leaning Tower of Black Forest. That shit was going on the ground before I even knew it. So I stuck that bitch in the freezer. I was like, this thing is gonna go south real fucking fast.
The cake
and
is
Kylie's
going
over there. She's laughing at me because she's like, this looks terrible. She's taking photos. She's doing videos. Allison's kind of getting some chuckling over there. By the way, Allison tempered the chocolate to make the outside. I think that was the best thing of the cake because the girl has this, she's got the touch, the baking touch. She was kissed by the baking gods because I was like, Allison was helping me out. She was so nice. So she was tempering the chocolate and I showed her what they do in the video.
Mm-hmm.
And she laid it out on the parchment paper, rolled it up, stuck it in the fridge, and then unrolled it, and that's what created like the half circle chocolate on the sides.
Yes.
That looked beautiful, by the way. Like that was the icing, that was the best thing on that cake.
Can I interject?
You can.
First
you
of all,
definitely can because I've been talking too much.
I've got 2 things. That cake is going down. I'm yelling timber. Okay.
Yeah.
I just that's like Black Forest cake. I could not. Okay. Second of all, for those of you who are not familiar with baking, tempering chocolate is fucking hard. Like, especially to get it like perfectly like crunchy at room temperature and shiny, like that shit's hard. So the fact that Allison, who is not a trained baker, was able to do that is like super impressive. So I just wanted to give that shout out before you went any further because deserves praise. Okay, move on.
She literally that was the best part of the cake. So I let that cake sit for like 15-20 minutes because I don't need it to be like frozen solid, but I need the whipped cream to be cold. So I took it out and I started doing the sides really quick, and I'm like pushing it up the integrity, and I'm whipping it around. I stuck it back in the freezer. I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, like freaking out. I'm like, this thing's looking like trash. It's lost like 3 inches of its height.
Oh God.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this beautiful depiction I've had in my mind and on Pinterest literally went down the drain as soon as I stuck those cake pans in the oven. Like, I don't even know what the fuck happened. So I'm doing this. I'm whipping around. Eventually, like, I finally get all of the whipped cream on there. And I have it freezing. So it's actually freezing. So then I can put the chocolate on.
Okay.
Not like too frozen. So, because I want the chocolate to freeze to the whipped cream. Correct. So I put some whipped cream on there, put the chocolates on, and then left it in there for like, I think 45 minutes in the freezer. Wow. That bitch be frozen solid. She was frozen solid. That was the only way I was going to get it to my parents, which is about a 10-15 minute drive. I didn't turn the heat on. No. I was freezing my booty off because it was raining that day. So it was so cold. So I'm like, so I'm like trying to hurry and get home. Kylie called my mom to make sure there's a spot in the freezer. I'm like, I will never attempt to make something this difficult off of Pinterest again. Literally, this recipe was supposed to be super easy. It was not. It was a disaster. And Dre has the photos, so they will be on Instagram. You can see what expectations that we have when reality sets in, what really happens when you go and try to bake when you don't really bake. I don't eat sweets. Why the fuck do I need to bake? So that's what happened. I cook. I don't bake. Don't expect me to bake you a damn wedding cake. Don't expect me to make you a birthday cake. I'm just gonna go buy it at the store.
It's same with me. Listen.
No.
I have to give you kudos for trying though. You tried a new skill, and it's not your fault that Pinterest lied to you and made it look easy, and then it wasn't. So, and then you compensated correctly. You let someone else make the whipped cream for you. Fortunately you had help, but I would have to assume it might not have looked pretty, but maybe it tasted good.
Oh, it tasted really good.
Okay,
and
good.
Actually, that's the only saving grace. So it was obviously frozen, so it was hard to cut. But I stuck it in the microwave, the slices of cake after they've been cut in the microwave for like 10, 15 seconds. And
yeah,
my parents loved it. I mean,
good.
They like it. My grandma liked it. She said it needed more booze, but.
Well, it always needs more booze, Grandma.
Yeah. So, but
that
it turned out nicely. I mean, you could taste the coffee and the chocolate and the brandy. It was good. It just looked like garbage.
It probably looked, I mean, it did kind of look like a 10-year-old might have put it together, and I don't want to put to shame 10-year-olds who maybe could have put it together better. I don't want to shame those kids.
Let's be honest, a 10-year-old probably could have done that a lot better than me.
Listen, I could not have done any better myself. So I'm just wanting to let you guys know, like, even if I had tried making this cake, I would not have done any better. Like looking at it, like she texted it to me, and honestly, I did let out like an audible guffaw. I was like, like, it's just.
Well, to be honest, my text to Dre was expectation, and then I sent her the actual photo off of Pinterest, and then the next text I put reality, and then my actual cake.
Dude, it was so fucking funny. But you tried, and it tasted good, and I'm sure your mom appreciated the effort that you actually gave her a cherry cake for once. So I say it's not a lose all around. I think there's some solid wins in there.
So I think I'm gonna try making videos where I get things off of Pinterest and try to make it. Probably baking videos, because I can cook, I just can't bake. So
yep,
we're gonna try to bake together, and it's gonna be awful. And I probably will need Allison there, because for some reason she is just gifted at baking.
No, she needs to be in the background, like off camera. And then like you'll look at her and be like, am I doing this right? And like she's not allowed to tell you if it's going like right or wrong. You just have to like read off her like facial expressions. Because
I want to say there's a no. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. If I keep whipping it, will it make it better?
Then at the end she'll be like, you did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Like,
right, yeah.
It'll be awesome.
So yeah. So I tried for Mother's Day. I mean, it tasted good. I had some.
Yeah.
It looked like garbage, and you all will see that. I even have some videos of the parchment I was telling everybody about. Allison's beautiful parchment work, and mine lackluster.
I'm just glad that you didn't actually use wax paper, because that would have melted in the oven and would have gotten all over your cake. And I remember one time I had to like explain that to someone. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm just like going to use wax paper. I was like, you're putting shit in the oven, you're going to use wax paper? She's like, yeah. And I was like, no, don't do that. Parchment paper.
I was just reading off of the recipe. But Allison thinks that it was probably coconut cream, because she put coconut oil on the recipe. And Allison and I were like, this wouldn't have worked no matter what we did.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure it had to have been something else, and that was a typo. But
so if you want to know, that recipe was a 4 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10 for taste, a 4 out of 10 for the execution. Girl got a bronze medal. I was fighting for bronze with myself.
I was about to say, you probably were like a solid 5th place, but then like 4th place just got a disqualification, and so you're able to like squeeze in between like 4th and 3rd.
Well, there was only one competitor, and it was me, so I was fighting for last.
Perfect. Make yourself the only competitor, and you will never lose.
Yeah, so that's how my Mother's Day went, because I started it the day before.
Yeah,
I had such good feelings, such good expectations. All went down the drain when I went up to the apartment, and I picked up the first layer, and I said, it shouldn't keep its integrity like this. It should bend a little bit. It should be malleable. Why can I just pick this up and drop this on the counter, and it doesn't even do anything? Like, it didn't even crumble. It didn't even crack. There was no butt crack in the center of it. Nothing. That shit, I could have put that on ice and used that at a hockey rink.
You could have, and then they would have been like, watch out for that puck. you know.
Don't eat it though.
Don't
it's
eat
like a fruitcake.
it.
It's like a fruitcake. Don't eat it.
Have you ever had fruitcake? I don't know if I've ever had fruitcake.
I haven't had fruitcake.
I don't want to eat fruitcake. I know people
try
say
it though.
I'd be willing to try it, I guess, too. But some people are like, fruitcake is really good if you make it right. And I was just like, well, let me know who makes it right, and then I'll try that. So
we should try making it ourselves.
Oh God.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of videos of Dre and I baking and cooking and figuring out what is life, what is cooking, what is baking,
what is anything in this life. Seriously, my dinner was avocado toast. Like, I couldn't be bothered. Easiest fucking shit in the world. Didn't have a side dish. Nothing. I had so I get the Dave's like thin slices bread, and so like those slices are actually pretty small. So I had like 3 of those from the end cap left, and I was just like, we're gonna make this fucking work. And that was it. That and Red Bull. That's my dinner. So,
oh my gosh,
like,
Dre.
I'm not a cook, man. I'm not a cook.
I love to cook, and my cooking usually turns out really well.
It does. I always get excited when like Kat cooks for me, which isn't very often, but when she does, I'm like, I'm not going to be disappointed because girlfriend actually knows what she's doing. And then there's me. I'm just like, well, if I put like carbs from a pasta and Alfredo sauce together, that works, right? As long as I don't have to make my own Alfredo, we're good.
Yeah, I think the only times I cook for you are when you're coming to visit, and I know you've been driving all day.
Yep.
And I'm like, here, have a nice warm meal.
Here, have a chorizo taco. It's like, yes.
Yes, I made you chorizo, and you're like, yay.
Yay, thank you. Not Taco Bell. You know, I fucking love Taco Bell.
Oh my God, I love Taco Bell.
Oh my God. Probably the most dangerous thing I ever did was download the Taco Bell app. And
oh my God, I didn't even know there was a Taco Bell app.
Yes, bitch. With a reward system on it. God.
There's a reward system? Do you get like
yes.
Wait, I need to know. You can't just tell me that there's a Taco Bell app without explaining what's on this Taco Bell app. I know it's the menu, but like, tell me about the rewards. Like,
okay. So let me pull thy app up, which I keep close to my home screen, by the way, because I use it so often. So I'll go to my rewards. So you have to accrue 250 points in order to get accrue enough points to get a reward. And your rewards are either a crunchy taco, bean burrito, chips and nacho cheese, a medium fountain drink, or cinnamon twists. So that's the first level. So that's the hot level. Oh, great. Now my app's not going to work. Sometimes it crashes. Sometimes. Here we go. Okay. But then there's like challenges you can do. So they're like, order this and you'll get extra points. And so this week it's a 50 points if you customize the build your own cravings box with your veggie favorites, because Taco Bell brought back all of their potato items.
I know. I was so excited.
Yes. So they brought those back. And then they've also been pushing black beans as substitutes for everything. Like you'll see, like if you go to a Taco Bell now, like versus like even last year, like they would never, like it was so hard to find if something had a veggie option to like easily substitute. Totally different game now. Like they're just like, here's how you make a veggie. You just add black beans. They like actually have like pictures and stuff. So they're actually pushing it, which I'm like super excited about. So that's going to be my Friday treat. I've had a busy week, so I'm going to get through it.
Which is weird. Like Taco Bell is like the slowest to get like vegetarian, like friendly. They've had potato stuff, yes, but it wasn't like I mean, Burger King came out with the Impossible Whopper. Like that was like a big thing, and like they are advertising it all the time. But like Taco Bell's like, yeah, we got potatoes. We're taking your potatoes. You don't get no potatoes. Now you can have your potatoes back. Like, why are you playing with us, Taco Bell? Why?
I wanna correct you. The refried beans and the black beans have always been there.
Well, yeah.
They've just never been pushed. You've always could have substituted everything and made it veggie. But like you never thought about it because like it's not.
This is not like advertised.
Correct. Correct. So there, I would say you are correct in that they were not advertising their veggie stuff enough, but that's because even 3 years ago, people didn't give a shit about vegetarian options, even though the fake meats were out. It's not as prominent as it has been the last like year or two. So also, I want to finish up my app really quick here. Okay. And then the next level up is fire.
Fire.
Okay. Once you get to the fire level, then it's like everything I said before, but then added to that is a Chalupa Supreme, Doritos Locos Tacos, Nachos Bel Grande, regular Mountain Dew, or a freeze, and those are for free. So like you literally could get a Chalupa Supreme for free if that floats your boat. So, but yeah, that's my exciting life. It has like all my favorite orders saved, and then I just like press a button and it saves my location, so I don't even have to go look at my location. I'm just like boop, 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 boop. And then I drive up, and then I drive up to the drive-thru, and they're just like, "Can I take your order?" I'm like, "Mobile order for Dre." And then they're like, "Does the screen look right?" And I'm like, "Yep." They're like, "Pull around the second window, we'll just hand you your food." Like it has changed my life. I wish I did that for like all restaurants. Like I should probably just have apps for like every single fast food place. Like I also have the Sonic app, and like that's also really nice.
I don't go to Sonic once.
Yeah, Sonics are not a big thing up where we're from. I remember a Sonic went in at the town next to mine, but then it like went out of business in like 5 years because we're just like there's no hype around it. And then I moved down to Tennessee. Everyone is fucking obsessed with Sonic. Like it was a part of my boss's childhood, was like going to Sonic every week. And so I've had to culturally reset a little bit and embrace the Sonic. So anyway, yes, if you happen to be a fast food eater, kind of like I am, I'm trying to get a lot better about it, but save yourself some money if you can. Get the app, get free shit every now and then. So,
well, speaking of saving time, I think it's about time.
What's it about time for?
It's about time to probably wrap this up.
Okay. Want to do
so I think it's time for some recommendations, huh?
Recommendations, eh?
Eh? Do you want to start? Because I know it's supposed to be your turn.
Okay. So Kat and I are going to be one and the same this week, and we're both going to have music recommendations. So I am a huge Cody Ko and Noel Miller fan on YouTube. And they dropped a song a couple weeks ago, and it's called Daddy, featuring Quinn92.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't heard it yet. So if you don't know the kind of music that Cody Ko and Noel Miller make, and their group name is Tiny Meat Gang, which I find completely fucking hilarious. But they kind of do like comedy songs, or like not like parody songs, but just like comedy songs. So like in the music video, they had makeup artists like age them like 20, 25 years. And so it's like really disturbing to see them like that old, first of all. Like I'm not ready for that. And then it's just a funny song about like being a dude in his 40s with a couple kids. Like, and it's a good summer song too. So
yeah.
It's what I recommend. What you got, Kat?
So oh my gosh. So this song is freaking amazing. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I heard this song and it encaptured me in the first like 3 seconds. The beat is amazing. She is a powerful, I'm not assuming her gender, but they are a powerful person. And we love it. We love it. The song is called Venom. And it's by I might say this wrong, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sims.
Okay.
SIMZ. So Little Sims.
Okay.
And it's amazing, Venom. You have to listen to it. It is awesome. It is a rap. And one of my favorite lines is something blah blah blah. Can't handle a pussy in power.
Hey.
And it's about like women and everything. It is awesome. Like, you just have to listen to it. If you have not listened to it, you need to listen to it. That is just how amazing the song is. I'm not even kidding. Wonderful.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now and go listen to that freaking song. Go right now. Mm-hmm. And then right after, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then right afterwards, go follow us on Instagram, because that's where we're going to post our pictures at Kat&Dre. And then also follow us on TikTok at Kat&Dre. Don't watch my TikToks, though. Just go follow us.
Watch Dre's TikToks. Watch Dre's TikToks. Watch her TikToks. Watch her TikToks. No. She tries so hard. Just watch them and drop a like. Just come by and say hi.
Just come by and say hi. Okay. I swear to God, this better be the last time we're gonna do Twitch. Because I feel like for 3 straight months, we've been like, we're going to start a Twitch schedule, and then we never do because we're both so busy.
It's also really hard because I'm in the transition of moving right now.
Yes.
So I say we're going to hold off with Twitch until I get into my new apartment. So
I agree.
All my stuff is packed.
Got it.
And I basically have been trying to leave this laptop out because I had the other one out and I realized it was a bad idea. So I unpacked this one and took it out. So we're just going to hold off with Twitch until I get into my new place, which is in a couple weeks.
Okay. So we will not talk about it for like the next 3 or 4 weeks until we are ready. Mm-hmm. So.
And then we're going to go, boom, we're here, baby.
Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Okay. All right. So good talk, everyone. Hope you enjoyed us talking about cake and Taco Bell.
Yes.
Our 2 favorite food groups.
Luxuries of life.
Yes. Yes, bitch. Have your cake and eat it too. All right, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Nobody else got outside.